Americans have been conditioned to have a short attention span, to be consumed by entertainment. In other words, entertain, feed, and make things not too complicated. So we have a party that have strived on what the external powers have done to the psyche of the minds of many Americans. And that is, we have flooded the market with cheap, bad food. We've also made sure we have all well-funded reality programs and short-term programs that just have you sit back and not have to do any kind of critical thinking. And anytime we move towards critical thinking, or every time we move towards really getting the attention of Americans, something comes up, some movement comes up to kill it. We have the burn the book movement. We have the false DEI movement. We have all these other movements that come about to conflate things and, again, use that cultivated shallowness in the thinking of many that we taught how to do from schooling, elementary school, and right up. Well, right now, the president has been convicted on 34 charges. And we for this short period of time, we have the Americans' mind. In other words, for the next few days, they will be concentrating on, hey, Trump has been convicted on all charges. And what the Republican Party, the right wing, and MAGA knows very well is if you jump ahead and you go ahead and start the narrative, whether false or not, whether true or not, what you do is you put that seed into the minds of people. Well, that's what, as soon as that verdict came out, every single Republican, major or otherwise, they were singing from the same playbook. They were singing from the same hymn or hymnal. Okay? Now, what I would expect is that the progressives and Democrats who have the wherewithal to be on network TV. I know everything isn't done on network TV anymore. We have a whole lot of avenues, including this platform here by yours truly. I intend to do my part to really set the message. But there's just so much a small independent network can do, right? The big boys, the ABC, CBS, NBCs, MSNBCs, Fox News, all these guys, they have right now, because everybody wants to hear the latest about this conviction just for a little while, because they're going to go back and watch your reality-based programs. You have them at this moment to set a tone. And for every single big politician, senator, congressperson, or someone running for these positions, whenever they come out and give that great defense on network TV, immediately the counter shouldn't just be, they're saying the judge is corrupt. They gave the wrong messages to the jury, and also that somehow they don't know exactly what the crime is that the former president committed. That's fine. That narrative can stick in a vacuum. But immediately, that opens the door for every single Democrat to go out there, and while they're answering the question, saying, first of all, the jury, it's a jury who convicted. Secondly, the judge is a well-respected judge. But let me ask you all something. For a person who has slept with a porn star, having a pregnant wife, that's who you're defending? For somebody who defrauded some of your own constituents by having them believe they were going to a real university and defrauding them of their hard-earned dollars, is that who you're defending? For someone who established a charity supposedly to do good and instead used the money of that charity in their homes to buy things for themselves, is that who you're defending? For someone who went ahead And as said by a judge, raped a woman. Any one of these women could be your daughters, your mothers, your sisters, your aunts. Is that who you're defending? Is that who you're putting yourself on the line for? And the guy who stiffed the small contractors, like many of your constituents, as they did work for him, they took money out of the mouths of many of his constituents, even as he claimed to be a billionaire. Is that who you're defending? So as you defend this person, who was just convicted, not just by a liberal set of jurors, but one juror was a Truth Social reader. He could have been the person who hung the jury. Another juror got his news from Fox News. He could have been the one who hung the jury. But nobody did that because you know why? They saw the evidence outside of the color of Fox News or MSNBC, looked at it, and said guilty as charged. And should we remind you that every time Donald Trump came up in a civil trial thus far, he has lost for raping a woman. He has lost for defrauding the government on taxes. He has lost. So that is who you're defending. That is who you want to revolt for. Be my guest. America, that is who your leaders are telling you you should go to bat for. Is that what, for those of you who are religious, believe? For those of you who believe in the sanctity of life, for those of you who believe in law and order, for those of you who believe in all these different issues, is that where you are going to lay the line? I want you to think about what happens 10 years down the road when people wake up and say, oh my God, could this be the person we laid the line on? Every Democrat should have a prose that I just gave, a 30-second version, a 60-second version, a 2-minute version, and a 5-minute version. That should be in the next few days. That is what every American needs to hear. And you know what? You may not be able to say this in a 5-minute version on Fox News, but you can get the 30-minute version on Fox News. You can get the 60-minute version on Fox News. You can get the 2-minute version on MSNBC. You can get the 5-minute version on MSNBC. You can get the 2-minute version on CNN. But guess what? Crickets, we continue to take a knife to a gun battle. We still have a few more days to correct this. Let's get it done.
We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number 1, subscribe to our channel. And number 2, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.